Hey guys, so another update. This is pretty interesting. This case is going the distance. I mean, we have updates almost every single day. So, yesterday was the 17th, and we got to cover the judgment on the pleadings. That means this came from CoffeeZilla's team. If the judgment on the pleadings is accepted by the judge, then the case is over, and there's nothing Logan Paul can do. So let's keep our fingers crossed for CoffeeZilla. I think it's a pretty good document that his lawyer did, but you never know, right? You never know, especially with defamation. That's why many times these cases settle. Outcome is uncertain unless you settle. All right. I found this very interesting document here. It is miscellaneous relief. So Logan Paul has filed for and CoffeeZilla has agreed to keep things confidential. So it's not like CoffeeZilla finds all this info. What you guys think would happen? CoffeeZilla would get Logan Paul in discovery and he'll discover all these shady activities and so even if CoffeeZilla did discover this, it's all confidential and privileged. So Logan Paul has said this multiple times and CoffeeZilla has agreed. But I wanted to show you how important this was to Logan Paul. Logan Paul, plaintiff's second motion to preserve confidentiality designations. Logan Paul had a first motion, which was accepted, and now he wants a second motion. This is how important it is for Logan Paul when he shares information with CoffeeZilla that CoffeeZilla does not make a video about it. And we're going to go into what this information, we're going to speculate a little bit, but I'll read you. So plaintiff's second motion to preserve confidentiality designations. Pursuant to paragraph 11A of the November 15th, 2024 confidentiality and protective order entered in the above reference action, plaintiff Logan Paul moves this court for an order preserving his designation of certain discovery materials as confidential. So not only does he have to tell you once it's confidential, he will tell you twice it's confidential, which is very interesting. On November 14th, 2024, the parties filed a joint motion for entry of protective order. As that joint motion reflects, the parties agreed to and jointly asked the court to enter the proposed protective order attached to that joint motion. On November 15th, 2024, the court entered the protective order as requested by the parties. The protective order permits the parties to designate certain materials exchanged in discovery as confidential. One category of materials that may be designated as confidential is correspondence and other communication between the parties or with non-parties, if the communications was made with the understanding or reasonable expectation that the information would not be generally available to the public. Pursuant to the protective order, plaintiff has designated as confidential certain correspondence between plaintiff and non-parties regarding personal and or business matters, where such communications were made with the understanding and reasonable expectation that they would not be available to the general public. Remember, we are talking in context about CryptoZoo. There are other players in CryptoZoo. On February 11th, 2025, plaintiff filed his first motion to preserve confidentiality designations. As set forth therein, plaintiff filed his first motion after defendants challenged plaintiff's designation of 69 documents produced in discovery as confidential under the protective order. Okay, pause. This is the timeline. They both agreed to the terms of confidentiality. Then Logan Paul, the plaintiff, turns over all the documents. CoffeeZilla is saying, wait. There are 69 documents that we found in discovery that you say are confidential, but we disagree with that. So they're now arguing whether or not these 69, and yes, very nice, right? Documents are they're battling over the confidentiality of these 69 documents. And it's very interesting because if CoffeeZilla wins, he can release the 69 documents in a new video. In response and in good faith effort to minimize disputes before the court, plaintiff agreed to withdraw his designation as to most of the materials. Plaintiff did, however, seek to preserve his confidential designations to a limited subset of materials consisting of private correspondence between plaintiff and friends and or business associates, which primarily concern personal or business matters other than CryptoZoo project or defendant statements about the same, which are subject of this litigation. So he's saying, so CoffeeZilla is saying, wait, these 69 are not confidential. And then Logan Paul's like, all right, I agree with these, but I want to keep these confidential. On February 4th, so they're battling over a very small set of messages, of documents. On February 4th, 2025, defendant's counsel informed plaintiff's counsel that defendant was further challenging the designation of 189 documents from a supplemental plaintiff production as confidential, necessitating this second motion. Consistent with the approach in the first motion, plaintiff is seeking approval to preserve his designation as to only 97 of the disputed documents, which again consist of private correspondence between plaintiff and friends and or business associates, which primarily concern personal or business matters other than that CryptoZoo and defendant's same. And here's the designation. So these are bait numbers. So if you've never been sued before, don't worry about it. It's just kind of how people find things, right? It's like a library serial number. Like, remember, like, what's a Dewey Decimal System back in the day? As set forth in the declaration of plaintiff Logan Paul attached here too as Exhibit A, all of this material consists of private correspondence between plaintiff and friends and or business associates. These communications primarily concern personal or business matters other than CryptoZoo projects or defendant statements about the same, which are the subject of this litigation. All of the communications and issues were made with the understanding and reasonable expectation that they were private correspondence and would not be generally available to the public. Plaintiff is submitting with the second motion an appendix listing and attaching the communications as issue. Obviously, the communications we cannot see, right, because they got a rule on it. It'll be interesting to see if it's republished again. The plaintiff requests the court grant this motion, order the plaintiff's confidentiality designations as to the materials at issue may be preserved as they are warranted under the plain language. So I don't know why he didn't redact it. So when I was doing my legal case, my lawyer just, whatever he thought was private, he would just redact it. Like, redacted means like you just blackline it, right? So then they don't see what it is. So I don't know why Logan Paul turned over something that he didn't think was relevant. Because it's not related to CryptoZoo, and now he's worried about it being leaked. But like, why did you turn it? Like, this case is about CryptoZoo, so why are you turning over conversations and not redacting? Because like, I understand like you want to. So the way it has to be done is you have to have the whole text message chain, right? You can't just split the chain up, but you can redact part of the chain that would be private or would be personal. And then if they want to be like, okay, I want to see the rest of the chain, then the originals go to the judge, and judge knows what the chain is, and the judge will make a decision on that particular Bates number. This is very fascinating. I really wonder what is so important to Logan Paul that he had to file a second motion for confidentiality, and not once but twice CoffeeZilla is now saying, hey, this is not confidential. There's got to be something really good, because this is not typical. Like I said, what is typical is you just redact everything. And said, I think he might have made a mistake sending something that he should not have. Because why would you send something that's not relevant? So like his argument is it's confidential because it's not relevant to CryptoZoo. But why the hell did you send it? Like, why didn't you redact it? Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Very fascinating stuff. And we have days to cover the new stuff coming out every day. Bye, guys. Oh, also let me know if you guys enjoy this. It's kind of dry on my end because it's just me reading it. Anyway, bye, guys.